Do you know somebody that got kids but ain't in their kids' life? Somebody that keep having kids although they're not taking care of their kids that they already have? A damn shame is what it is. It's your girl Tashana, and I'm back with another motivational video so we can change energies and raise frequencies to help make this world a better place, to help make this world a better place, to help make our world a better place. Yeah. If you're new here, my name is Tashana, and I'm the founder of The Chosen One's Love. We give out motivational, inspirational, and informational videos as much as we can to help raise energies, frequencies, and vibrations, to change mentalities, and yes, help make this world a better place. Yes, let's get it. So I had to make this video because I am tired of deadbeat mothers and deadbeat fathers that try to keep having kids if they're not taking care of or being serious about the kids that they already have in this world. Didn't know kids asked to be here. Didn't know kids asked to want to be born or want you to lay down with whoever you lay down with that you can't stand no more, or that you want a ride on their back to live off anymore. Didn't no kid ask for none of that. You didn't even ask to be here. You know the way your life went. I know the way my life went. So why in the hell or in the heck would we then put the children that we birth or bring into this world through the same thing? Or worse, why? Why? Because I can tell you why. People only care about their damn self, and they're very, very, very selfish and very, very, very manipulative and don't care about anything or anybody else other than themselves. And it's crazy because then you want to try to make other people feel guilty because you don't have a bond with your child, because your kids don't want to talk to you because you ain't never picked up the phone to talk to them, or because your kids only call you when they want or need something because that's all they know how to do, because they don't have a bond with you to be like, Dad, how are you doing? Mom, how are you doing? Because you never called them to see how they were doing. A kid is only going to feed off the energy that the adult gives to them. A kid, they have to be taught manipulation. They have to be taught lying. They have to be taught those things. So more than likely, a kid don't have these traits already in them as an adult does. So if you don't like the way your relationship is going with your child or children, it's most definitely because of you, mom or dad, grandma or grandpa, auntie or uncle or cousins. It's most likely because of you. When it comes to a child, unless that's just a very negative, demonic, evil child that's been taken over by spirit or negative entities, then that child cannot help how a bond in a relationship is supposed to go with an older adult. It is not that child's place. And if you think that it's a child's place, being an adult, being a parent, you are childish and you are delusional to even think anything like that. Let me tell you something. And this goes for men and women. Men and women. Having a bond or more credibility with the streets, your so-called friends, aka your associates, more so than you have with your own kids, with your own children, with your own little mini-me's, is sad, bruh. You need to be slapped 50,000 times for this, woman or man. You need to be put in your place, and you need to be sold up, have a vasectomy, or have a freaking tubes tied ceremony, because you, my friend, do not need any more kids. You are causing kids to grow up to feel exactly the way you felt. And in any given moment, you want to call mom or dad, whoever, you want to call and try to make the other parent feel guilty because you don't have a relationship with your child, because you don't have a bond with your child. You want to make the other parent feel like they need to let you off or give you or cut the strings or just give you a relief, but you ain't never been there and you ain't never done nothing consistently. And then you try to make that other parent feel like it's their fault when it's not anything to do with them. It's all entirely your fault because you want to have more credibility in the streets. You want to have more bonds with people in the streets outside of your home before your own kids, before your own flesh and blood. Tell me how backwards this is. And that's exactly why I say your culture's curses, your generational curses will cause you to have a lost soul. You need to come back from that. You can change from that. You can reverse the damage that you've done, but it's going to take a lot of hard work. It ain't going to take nobody enabling you. It's going to take you feeling that shit. It's going to take a motherfucker telling you how they truly feel about you. It's going to take your kids telling you how they truly feel about you. But you're not ready for that conversation, though. You're not ready for that conversation, ma'am. You're not ready for that conversation, sir. You're not ready for your kids to sit down and truly tell you what they think about you, how they feel about you, how you really make them feel. Y'all not ready for that conversation, though. But we trying to make this world a better place. But we trying to have our kids be better off than what we have, right? It don't just mean physically, bruh. You can give your kids $1 million freaking dollars and they still be mentally fucked up to where they can't even manage that $1 million. They can't even get the $1 million because if they get it, they're more likely going to kill themselves because their mental is not correct. So, are you really trying to be the best parent that you can be? Are you really calling them as much as you can, at least once a week, if y'all not around each other, or even if you is around each other in the same town, at least once a week? Check on them, see how they doing. Then maybe they will start doing it back to you. At least call them for their birthdays. At least send them some money for their birthdays without them having to ask. And at least when you do come towards their way or towards their state or their city or their town, stop and see them. Because if you can come to a state right next to them, you can come see them. There's no excuses. What you put in is what you're going to receive. Ain't no way you could keep taking from the bank if you ain't making no deposits. And that's with anybody. You cannot deposit excuses. And that's exactly what deadbeat mothers and deadbeat fathers are trying to do. Now, look, I'm not going to be too harsh. There are some great dads and mothers out here that are trying to co-parent, that had kids when they were young, that didn't really understand the meaning of life, and they're trying to get their life together now. And they're doing the best that they can, and they're learning and they're growing. And that's amazing. And I congratulate you for that. And I thank you for that. And that's awesome. Your kids really see that you're trying to do something. But just because you're doing that little block, you're putting that brick in that exact space that it fits in, don't mean you don't have 1,000 more bricks to go to build a bond that needs to be built, because the bond was lacked, or the bond was estranged, or the bond was strained because of that parent wanting more credibility and wanting more bonding with people outside of his home, outside in the streets, outside of her home, outside in the streets, than having a bond in a relationship with your own child. And it messes up the children. I don't care what anybody says. They have mental issues from that. They feel different ways about their self because their parent couldn't be there more for them than they were for their self and their own selfish reasons. And it just don't make no sense. And it's crazy because kids, if they don't have the right mentality or the right or a parent around them to give them the ability to heal from that and let them get out their emotions on how they feel and let them write letters and burn them and rip them up, or let them go to therapy, let them go to counseling, or let them send a text message to the absent parent and let that parent truly know how they feel. If they don't help, if the good parent or the parent that's there don't help with that child's mentality, that child can go down a very, very dark path. That child can feel like their worth is nothing. That child can feel like they're valued and is nothing to the people that created them and brought them into this world. And should no child feel like that? Should no child feel like that, especially not being asked to be here and you claim and people claim these kids are made out of love? Well, I'm going to let y'all in on this little secret. Most babies in this day and age are made from out of lust. And that's the whole reason why we have absent parents, because it was lust. It was not love. You have to truly identify your love languages and another person's love languages and truly identify what your meaning of love is for you to be able to even love correctly. And then once you do love correctly, you have to date and learn a person for multiple years, at least 3 years, 3 years minimum, so you can see them in every season of their life, so you can learn them from head to toe, from ground to sky, like, so you can learn their insides and their outs, like, so you can truly say you love that person when you say you love that person. And then therefore, then you can have kids and bring kids into this life into a very happy and joyful and very truly, really loving household. But until then, all these kids that are being made with people just having sex or just jumping into bed right away without knowing that you truly do love this person are just making kids out of lust. And these kids are growing up with absent parents. And it's not okay because it's hurting the kids. It's hurting the children. It's hurting the next generation. And we're supposed to be uplifting them. We're supposed to be pushing them up, pushing them forward, giving them something to look forward to and to know that they are loved and supported unconditionally, not with negativity, but with positivity. So stop looking for more credibility and bonding from your hitches and your iggas and your mans and your boys and your gal and your friend and your chick, and look for more bonding and credibility with your children. And let them know what they really are worth to you. Let them know their true value to you. Let them know that they mean everything to you. And then, my friend, and then maybe you're going to get the feelings and emotions and reactions that you want back from your kids. But you're not going to get it until you put it out. If you don't put it out, you can't receive it. It's how the world is. So please, let's do better for these babies, y'all. Let's do better for this next generation. And let's stop running in these streets and let's stop making babies out of lust, because these kids are suffering from it. And it takes a long time to heal from things like that. And kids don't have an ability to be able to outlet that information. And when they do try to talk about their feelings and emotions, they're most always shut down by people around them. And that's why I try to listen to my kids through it all, through whatever, no matter what subject it is. They could come talk to me about anything and everything, because I am their mom first, their parent first, but I am also their best friend and their friend, their only friend, my only friends. And I love them with everything inside of me. And because I value them and their worth is so much to me, and their bond and their credibility is so much to me, means so much to me, I'm going to show them that every single day of their life. And I hope you get a chance to do that too. And I hope you get a chance to rekindle or redo or recreate a bond or restart a bond that you and your children desperately need. With all that being said, I hope y'all gain some very valuable insight and information from this. Y'all, let's stand up for these babies. Let's raise these babies correctly. Let's give these babies two parents for their life, even if the parents can't be together. So with all that being said, I love y'all, and I hope y'all have a very beautiful, blessed day. Mwah.